When we're in a chronic state of feeling like that we don't matter or that nobody loves us, it usually makes sense because our lives have reinforced this. Or usually starting at an early age, something happens and we come to this conclusion. So the first thing always to do is to recognize that whatever we're experiencing is a natural conclusion. Then we want to move in the direction that feels better. So how to do that? The cycle of belief is that we have this understanding based on a conclusion we've come to. Then we look for proof of it. And we see that the people in our lives, indeed, look, they're not loving us. When we see the proof of it, because we're expecting that that's what is going to happen, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It indeed does happen. We're coming from the mindset that that is how it's going to be. So then when we see it in our lives as physical proof, we say, you see? Reaffirms the belief. So how do we stop the belief? It's like a catch-22. We have to believe something else so we can stop the belief, but we can't believe something else because we don't, quite frankly. And some people use positive affirmations. I don't find that works, because when a belief is so strong, you've got to get at the subconscious level. Positive affirmations are going to work on the intellect. They're going to work on the conscious mind. But it's a very deep-rooted program that's going on in the back of our mind. Beyond our control, really. Sort of. Until we start trying to get control over it. So, why go in and attack a program that's that deep? I find it way more effective, personally, and with people I work with, to just start creating a new belief. You know? Start creating a new belief. Stuff going on around here. Wow. What's happening? That's so... I don't know what's going on. Aw. Poor guy. So start creating a new belief. That new belief being, I am worthy of receiving. That's the opposite of neglect. I don't get enough. I don't get enough love. Start creating the circuitry in the brain for that bigger belief to build up. And one super easy and feel-good way to do that is to get into a state of receiving. This is best done when you're not super triggered and feeling really negative. So a lot of my videos are about when you are feeling triggered. So when you're feeling like okay, you can try this. Close your eyes and take in a deep breath. And then the next time you breathe in, feel the volume of oxygen going into your lungs and receive that. And breathe this way, where you're receiving the volume of oxygen and air going into your lungs. You can say, I fully receive this breath. I fully receive this breath. I fully receive this breath. You can even imagine that you're in a forest. Light is coming through the trees. I fully receive the oxygen from these trees. This abundance of oxygen. Do this throughout the day to start laying the foundation or priming the circuitry in your brain to feeling good about receiving. So try this right now. Look in your room or outside, wherever you are, and notice one thing that is a gift to you. So it could be, again, it could be the oxygen. It could be that you appreciate a flower. and receive it as a gift, and think of it as a gift. It feels good to receive, and receive things in your environment as much as you can, so that you, again, prime your brain for a new belief of I'm worthy of receiving. And over time, practicing this way, the circuitry of the brain will exponentially rewire itself each time this path is traversed, like the law of facilitation. So it gets easier and easier to do a thing every time you do it. So isn't that great? That works to our advantage and our disadvantage. So now we're letting it work to our advantage. And this is how you create a new belief that you're worthy of receiving. Therefore, you will see that reflected in your reality because you're expecting it. It's just the way things have always been in our lives, that we see them in a negative way that way. So obviously it's going to work out in a positive way that way. Okay, good luck with this, and feel free to ask me any questions. Feeling good about receiving. Feeling good about receiving.